Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode here at Tribal Trades, the daily show. And the title of today's show is This Changes Everything. What is this? You're about to find out, and a whole bunch more. Do that, smash the like button. This does help this channel get out to more people and does, of course, help support the channel. And if you're a new watcher of the show, welcome. Smash that subscribe button and you'll get these updates daily. Well, let's jump straight to the news, and the news which has the crypto market jumping. And is the president is expected to sign an executive order allowing cryptocurrencies in 401k retirement plans. This has been reported by numerous people. So this is very much, I've said so many times, how much of a news-driven cycle this is, and that how one moment, a catalyst, can shift things, can change things, can turn and shift trends and move things from bearish to bullish in just a moment. And of course, if this is true and confirmed, this is quite an amazing development. Let's just hope this is not fake news, and I'll find that out by the sounds of it today. So let's have a look at some charts. First of all, I'm going to go to the stock market here, and of course the SPY, because I wanted to give an update on the SPY. And as you can see here in the charts, the SPY has broken back above the 9 EMA on the daily. So we had this correction here. We came down to this 619 level, and of course now we're back, and the SPY is back above the 9. And it breaks back above the 9. Look what happens. You get that green dot on the daily time frame there, that bullish reversal pattern there. And so it keeps me in my SPY trade that I have been in since April. Incredible stuff there. And we could see some more upside. But really what we need to see to make sure this is not just a lower high, we need to see a break above this candle, which is sitting at about, well, let's just say we need to get it to 640. Because we obviously don't want to create a double top here. So we need to get above 640, even up to test for the first time, the 642 level, a double Fibonacci level. Remember, on the SPY, we are still in. Yes, folks, we are still in this inverse head and shoulders pattern, the left shoulder, the head, the right shoulder. Could have taken this on the break of that. When I gave that, you would be up incredibly since then. In fact, when I gave the original buy signal that I was jumping in all the way back here, and the tribal trades indicator, one indicator to rule them all, fired off, would be even more significantly in this play all the way to top there. Absolutely incredible. So we are seeing that. Let's see how today does shake out. Let's hope this is just not a bit of a dead cat bounce or a lower high there. And of course, for me, the two areas, let's get to 640, and that will make a higher high. And we've also got to hold above the 9 EMA on the daily time frame, which is sitting at about $630. We're up right now in the pre-market at about 600. It's going nicely at the moment for the SPY. And of course, some of the stock trades that I gave in the Tribal Trades Discord absolutely have been on fire here. And one of those trades, well, a couple of those trades, Palantir, gave that trade at $30, targets of 32 and 35. Look at this trade here that I gave at $30. There's the breakout. There's the candle that I gave for those that got in at 30. Easily hit the target of 32, and now it's heading towards the secondary target of about 35, maybe shy of 35. There is the target to the upside there for those that take the trade. Remember, you can't, scared money doesn't make money. You got to risk it for the biscuit, taking the trade. The other one that I gave was the Oklo trade here. And I use the ETFs because you can trade, and you can trade these on the normal stocks. You could have traded Palantir, and you just take Palantir on the 9 EMA on the 1 hour, whatever price that is. But I do these ETFs, leverage ETFs, because they give you 2x the gains. It maximizes your gains there as they go to the upside. But the entry that I gave there was about $40 and targets of 43 and of 48. Let's see how this one played out here. There you can see the break, and actually we'll move this across a little bit more there. There you can see that. And we saw that hit move up beautifully there from the entry that I gave around $40. That came up, absolutely smashed it up around that $42 area. Still have, and this trade is still valid, and it can still be taken actually here at $41. There's an entry there on the 9 EMA. On the 1 hour, $41. My target to the upside is about 47, but there is a Fibonacci at 43 as well. And of course, we did find resistance at the previous high there at about 42. We saw that candle come into it. So this is still a beautiful, valid trade. You can see a beautiful bull flag there pattern, which I have showing the technical target to the upside there. Now, of course, if you don't trade, or if you're in a region that doesn't offer ETFs, you just take the same trade, and there it is off the 9 EMA right there at $84 on the actual stock. You're not going to get the 2x returns, but you'll have that there. And I will give the technical target to the upside there for this trade for those of you who are really wishing to take this trade here. Let's have a quick look at where that could go. And these are always approximate, by the way. It looks like to be around $93, $94. Absolutely fantastic. And there's been a bunch of crypto plays given already in the Discord today. And we have a live session today as well. And of course, my favorite section is the win section. And the crew from down under, I tell you, absolutely incredible. Looking back 360 there, and Zacho, all down under folks there, absolutely massive muscle, bringing some crushing trades there. Nikola Tesla, as always, absolutely fabulous, getting some incredible wins there. Again, massive muscle, Nikola Tesla. April Parker, look at all those, look at all that green there, taking the trades there, absolutely fantastic. And the Discord comes with the Tribal Trades indicator. This is a paid indicator, but you get it as part of your Discord membership there. Now, the Discord is actually closed at the moment. However, I will be reopening it again this year. And if you would like to get on the wait list, you can do so. There's a link in the description of this video. Just below this video, you might need to click the more button. That will pop out the description, and the link will be there for that. And you get on the wait list, and I do open it again. That will give you that early priority access. And also, if we do have from time to time people who do not renew their subscription, therefore I will move people on the wait list into the main area of the Discord there, so you can get even earlier access, but you need to be on the wait list, and that will reserve your place in the list in order as I move people up. Just a few thoughts on that. Now, of course, let's have a look over at Bitcoin, and Bitcoin over here charts. What were we looking for? Of course, we were looking for the 9 EMA on the daily. And of course, on the news of this happening, we obviously have a breakthrough of the 9 EMA on the daily. Absolutely fantastic there. And I'd be looking at possible entries, only retest here at 115,700 or at the 9 EMA at 115,500 there, of course, as well. Let's have a look at Bitcoin dominance then, because that is now breaking down. Here we're under 9 EMA. Remember, when we're under the 9 EMA, it's good for altcoins. When we're above it, it's bearish for altcoins. And that's when we saw that altcoin dump there. And so that's Bitcoin dominance. Let's have a quick look also at USDT dominance. That means people will be moving their money into buying. That's exactly what's happening. The cash that they have, the USDT that they have on the sidelines is now moving into altcoins and Bitcoins because of this breaking news that we have. And so you can see, again, USDT under the 9 EMA on the daily. That's bullish for altcoins and for Bitcoin. And then we'll have a look at total 2 here. And as you can see, total 2, absolutely fabulous. We're above the 9 EMA here on the daily time frame. So that's bullish for the altcoin market currently. Now, sometimes we do see these rallies sold off. We kind of a bit of a pump and dump. So just be careful. Make sure you have your stop losses set. And 9 EMA and the daily is going to be the line in the sand across all the levels that we've been looking for, and has guided us extremely well. You can see how once it broke above the 9 EMA, it was doing very well until it lost that level. And then, of course, now we've got this news and starting to see a little bit of a move to the upside. So let's jump across to the yellow brick road, because we all want to follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. And let's see what's happening here. Bang. Look at that. Absolutely smashed through this liquidity there. And you can see the price is generally attracted to the highest resolution of yellow, where the most money is. Show me the money. Follow the money there. And you can see that that's what happened to the upside. Let's zoom out on the weekly time frame. And you can see there is a lot of liquidity there to the upside as people were preparing for a bearish August and September. It may still happen. This may be a little bit of a fake out before a shakeout, of course. And if this doesn't end up to be the news that we were thinking it was, then of course I think it will be a huge dump to the downside. But you just do see all this liquidity up here around 120,000, absolutely huge amounts of shorts that would be liquidated if we were to get up to this level there. So those in the tribal trades community, you've even given this the yellow brick road, the YBR. I was like, guys, what is the YBR? Why do you keep referencing there? Like the yellow brick road. And I'm like, okay, the yellow brick road. So here it is. And you can see the liquidity is highest concentrated to this area here. So we could get a nice green June. Remember, green June, green August. Remember, I did share at the beginning of this month that August tended to be green on the post-halving years, which of course 2025 is a post-halving year. August otherwise is one of the worst performing months. I think it's the third worst performing month after September and June. Then there is August, and that generally the low of the month comes in earlier in August, and we might be seeing a little bit of a fake out to the downside and now possibly a bit of a breakout. Again, we have huge amounts of liquidity upside. Look, there is liquidity below, and let's make sure that this news is confirmed as being so with these 401k and crypto. Well, that's all we have time for today. And as always, until the next episode, or until I see you on the Discord, happy trading.